Good morning, indie filmmakers. I'm Griffin Hammond, and it is Cyber Monday, that very special day when retailers everywhere put cool stuff on sale, including a lot of filmmaking gear. And I have picked out more than 67 deals now that I think may interest you. We have tripods and cameras, lenses, gimbals, drones, all sorts of stuff. So you could find everything I'm talking about today at griffinhammond.com/November. And I won't go through every single one of the items on the list, but let's go ahead and get started and take a look at what I have here. So let's see. I've never done this as a live show before, so bear with me. Hopefully this works out well. But here you can see at griffinhammond.com/November, I have this full list of gear laid out. And I want to start by just saying you should use this first thing. It's called Invisible Hand. It's a browser plugin. Any deals that you're looking at today for filmmaking gear or anything else, you should install Invisible Hand in your browser because it's a way to double check my work and make sure that you're getting the best price. So here, if I open up this first link here, the Panasonic 42.5mm, one of the lenses I have, it is $400 off today. And when I go to the site on B&H and I can see that it's at $1,200 right now, I can also see at the top of the screen, thanks to Invisible Hand, that this is the best price. I can look at other sites, it's the same price on Amazon. So I recommend that you use that site. So let's see, what else do we have here? What should we start with? Let's take a look at my notes. So I want to start with a light. We'll talk about a few different lights, and there's one particular light from Drawcast that looks pretty good to me. So let's take a look at that. That is this bicolor flexible LED. It looks very similar to the Westcott Flex light that I use, but it's only $170. It's $130 off right now. And it includes an AC adapter. They're even throwing in a free light stand. And all you need, the only thing it's missing is a V-mount battery. I like that looking at the back of this thing, it's completely flexible LED, much cheaper than my Westcott Flex light. But it has the controller built in, which looks really nice. And then all you might need to go portable is a V-mount battery. And so I actually, on my list, I included a V-mount battery. Let's see if I can find that. Oh yeah, here that is. There is a Drawcast V-mount battery for $100 off today, so those might actually be a nice pairing. The other lights that I have on my list, let's see, I should pull up, this one. This is one of my favorite ones. The Lytra Torch. I love this light. It's 20% off today. It's $16 off. Let me pull mine out. I really like this little light. It's just a little LED lamp. And let me see, if we turn this off, maybe you can see that I've actually put a little bit of CTO gel on it because it's kind of a blue light. But this is just a handy thing to keep in your bag. It's USB powered if you want to charge it back up. That's 20% off today. And next to that on my list is another Drawcast LED lamp. This one is $340 off. And next to that, we have this Lowell Pro LED Fresnel, which is only $299 right now. So there's a bunch of lighting stuff on the list that you might want. Now let's take a look at some cameras. A lot of my stuff on the list today is Panasonic oriented. That's just because that's what I use. And the GH5S today is $200 off. That's the camera I'm actually doing this live stream with. And not only is it $200 off, but if you buy it on B&H, they'll throw in this Rode Video Mic Pro, which is actually a $183 microphone for free, and then also a third-party battery. The GH5 next to it is $500 off today. And if we just scroll down, we can see a bunch of lenses for Panasonic are also on sale. So actually, if I show you, like, this is my standard setup right here, the GH5. I have this 8 to 18 millimeter lens on right now, and that lens itself is $200 off. So if you buy both a GH5 and an 8 to 18, you're saving $700. Let's see, what else are we talking about today? And I will try to take your questions throughout. Let's see if we, I mean, Jim Wells on YouTube is wondering who wants to buy him all the things. And Tex Crowley says it's time for him to go broke. I mean, I don't expect you to buy very much. I have actually only purchased one thing today. I'll talk about that. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about, is the hard drive that I bought and why I bought it. But hopefully, if there's just something you already needed, like a camera. In fact, I have a camcorder on here that I'll talk about in a little bit that's only $148. So there's a lot of stuff that's not too expensive. I have a couple 2-lens kits, 2-lens plus camera kits that are like under $500. So we'll talk about those as well. But let's see. We talked about lenses. Let's talk about gimbals. So the gimbal that I use, the Zhiyun Tech Crane V2, it can hold like 3.5 or 4 pounds worth of camera payload. It's $300 off today. And one thing to look for when you're buying stuff on B&H, let me just go to B&H real quick. You'll notice that a lot of deals include a reward. This one says receive 2% reward. So that means when you pay $349 on B&H, they're also going to give you $7 that you can use as a, they'll give you a gift card, a credit later on. So in addition to the Crane V2, the Crane 2 is also on sale. If I can find that down my list, here it is. That's $100 off. And you know what? I think they've updated this. I think B&H is not only selling this for, oh, actually now it's $200 off. And they're also throwing in a free motor follow focus. So that's an even better deal than when I posted it. In fact, I think this needs to be refreshed. I think I've made some changes to the site. Let's see. I thought it was refreshed. No, it's just not saving all my all my changes. That's great. All right. There's also a really cheap gimbal. There's the Zhiyun Tech Smooth Q, which is a mobile gimbal. This one right here is $60 off. It's only $80 right now. So one thing that always goes on sale that I should talk about on Cyber Monday is my class. I have a filmmaking class on Creative Live, and they always discount it. They discount everything on the site on Creative Live for Cyber Monday. So my class was $90. It was $89. They already dropped the price to $49. Then they discounted everything on the site for 50% off. And there's also a coupon code. You can use the coupon code CYBERMON, just Cyber M-O-N, all one word, to get an additional $5 off. So right now, if you were to get my class, you could get it for only $19. This is a 7-hour filmmaking class that I taught, 15 lessons, and you can get the whole thing for just $19. So that's one of the things that's on this list at griffinhammond.com/November. Now, before I go any further, because I'm talking about my class, I should also mention that all of the links on this site are affiliate links, and you may be curious about how affiliate links work. All it is when you click on an Amazon link or a B&H link on this site, I get a percentage of your sale, a small percentage. You don't pay any more. And I'm telling you this for a couple of reasons. One, it's mandated by the Federal Trade Commission that people talk about the financial incentives they get. So when people are advertising to you, they need to make it clear what that relationship is to what they're talking about. So I made this list because I thought you'd find it useful, but I also benefit if you click on any of these links and then buy something. I get a small percentage of that. So that's also a nice way for you to support me and my work if that's something you want to do. If you hate my affiliate links, then don't click on any of them. Just go right to B&H or Amazon and buy the thing yourself. Don't help me. Okay, let's see if we have any comments. Brandon Blair says he wants the drone. So let me talk about some drones right now. Let's go back to the list here. I'm using Wirecast, by the way, to do this live broadcast, which I haven't used in years, but it seems to be working pretty well. So drones. one of the drones on here, the first one I put, is the DJI Mavic Air, which is the 4K drone that I use. In fact, I should have pointed out all the things on this list that have a little thumbs up emoji. That's something that I use and own. So there's a lot of that on this list, actually. But the DJI Mavic is $100 off right now, and you get a $14 B&H reward. And anytime you're buying DJI drones, some of them, like the Mavic, I have a, or not the Mavic, the Spark. I have the Spark on here. Where's that Spark kit? Oh, here it is. The Spark bundle right now is only $459. That's the Fly More combo, which means it comes with the controller, it comes with an extra battery, a bunch of stuff, a case, propeller guards, all the stuff that you'd probably want for the Spark. Spark is a great drone, shoots 1080, and honestly, you may not even need 4K because the shots just look really cool. But if you're buying a Spark, I would buy the bundle because you need the controller, which it doesn't come with out of the box. But if you're buying a Mavic Air, it comes with the remote, it comes with everything you need. You may need an extra battery, but you don't need to buy the Fly More combo. Also next to this is the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom, which is $82 off right now. And we also have the Karma, the GoPro's Karma. $300 off gets you the Karma drone plus a Hero 5 camera. And then if you're into first-person view flight, FPV flight, there's $200 off a Parrot Bebop bundle right now, which gets you a controller, the headset, the drone, all that. And then if you really just want to go super cheap, you should check out the Rise quadcopter. This could make a good Christmas present. It's only $79. It's $20 off. It's a 720p drone, and they built it in partnership with DJI, so it's using some of the smart technology that DJI has. I should mention that the music that I used in this episode at the beginning, and you'll hear again at the end of this live broadcast, all the music that I get, I do it on Artlist. Artlist is a $200 annual plan that just gets you access to all the license-free music in the library. And I put that on the list here because they are offering a free sound effects package with new subscriptions. In fact, if you use my link, it's an affiliate link, I get $20 when you sign up, and you get 2 free months. So $200 would get you 12 months plus 2 more, 14 months. And you'll get this package of 50 sound effects, SFX files that you can download. And actually, if you're already a subscriber of Artlist, you can go ahead and download that list. Everyone gets those sound effects. Let's see if we have any interesting comments. Matt Bones says, this looks really crispy for live. That's nice. I'm using low latency, so there probably is a pretty good delay. There's probably a 25-second delay between what I'm doing and what you're seeing, but I think it's broadcasting in 1080. And I should mention that anything you put in the comments, you know, if you find any good deals today, put them in the comments and I will add them to the list, which is why I'm calling this 67 plus filmmaking deals, because I'm sure I'll continue to add things as the day goes on. B-Rad says, just came in as you were talking about the gimbals. Would it be smart to get the Crane 2 or wait for the Crane 3? I don't know. I like the Crane V2, which is the smaller one. The Crane 2, I think, could support up to 6 pounds or something. I can't remember. It's more. I think they're both great gimbals. If you can get a good deal on them, I'm not sure what else I need in a gimbal. In fact, you're not going to get a deal on a new one for a long time. And Johnny Boz asks, with the bicolor LED, is it only 2 color settings or can you transition? I think most LEDs, when they say bicolor, it is a transition. I noticed that the Drawcast LEDs panels I was talking about, they have a little dial on the back. And so I'm sure you can control brightness and a range. You're really just turning up a yellow or up a blue LED to come up with a combination. So let's see what else I need to share with you today. So SD cards always go on sale on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and that's no exception today. You should really just look at all SD cards. Any SD card, a normal sized or a micro SD that you need, it's probably on sale today. But here are a few that caught my eye. One is this 64 gig micro SD. It's $38 off. It's a V30 card, meaning it can handle, let's see, am I going to say this right? I think it's 30 megabytes per second write speed. is what it can handle, a sustained write speed for video. So a V30 or a V60 card can be really nice for high quality, high bitrate video. There's also $22 off this Samsung 128. This is not a V30, but it's still, depending on what you're using it for, could be plenty fast. And then there's also this Class 10, which is 10 megabytes per second write speed, which still may be pretty good for a lot of video uses. This card is $124 off. It's a 400 gigabyte card. I actually put this one on here because I thought this might be good for like putting into a Nintendo Switch or a cell phone, something that maybe doesn't need super fast video write speeds, but you just need a lot of capacity. Let's talk about Adobe real quick, because I am a Adobe Creative Cloud subscriber. I pay $53 a month for access to all the apps. If you have not yet subscribed to Adobe and were thinking of it, today's the day to do it, because for new subscribers, they're offering all apps for $40 a month. You could lock in that price for the next year. And then next to it are a bunch of sound effects packages that I've actually used. This is from a company called Lens Distortions, and I own the Anticipation sound effects package and also the Endurance sound effects package, and I paid full price for them, but right now all of those things are between $30 and $99 off. So I want to talk about audio real quick. There's a bunch of audio devices that are on sale, microphones, headphones, even the audio recorder that I use. Let's talk about the audio recorder first. The Zoom H5, which is the one that I'm actually using as an audio interface right now to plug in my microphone into this live stream, and it's also what I use to record audio in the field. It's $30 off, which I think brings it down to $250. And then these headphones, I actually use the Bose Quiet Comfort headphones. They are down to $300, normally $350. They're expensive, and you definitely don't need them for all audio monitoring. In fact, you could probably argue they're not there's probably better audio monitoring headphones. I like them because I travel on planes a lot, and so I like having those noise canceling, and they're nice headphones. But I also use them to edit, and I also use them for monitoring audio in the field. There's another Sennheiser set of headphones here that's $150 off. And the Blue Yeti USB mic, it's just a popular microphone among podcasters, relatively inexpensive. It's $89 right now on Amazon, and earlier B&H was offering it for the same price, but they went back up, so I'm only showing you the Amazon link here. And I also have some Bose SoundSport headphones here that are half price. Let's see what else people are saying on YouTube. So Griffin Harrington is wondering if there's any deals on E-mount lenses for Sony. I actually do have an E-mount lens here. I'll get to that. I'll talk about some of the other cameras that I have on the list. And then my friend Justin says 400 gigabyte SD cards, and in fact, micro SD cards. What a world we live in. Cool. And Matt Shivers, who I know who does voiceover work, is very excited that we're talking about audio gear and sound effects. So yeah, let's talk about some other cameras. There's the GoPro Hero 7 Silver, which is $70 off right now with a free 32 gigabyte micro SD card. This is actually a camera I'm really interested in. I've often been interested in the GoPro Hero Session just because of its tiny form factor. And I feel like all the GoPros are pretty good now. Although this one may only shoot 1080, but it's $51 off. It's only $150 right now. So if you need a small camera like this, that could be a great option. I'll come back to bags and tripods, but let's talk about some of the other cameras that are on my list today. I think this is a good deal for the Panasonic Lumix GX85. It's a point and shoot form factor, but it's removable lenses. And right now, for less than $500, you can get the camera and 2 lenses bundled. There's a bunch of deals like that, relatively inexpensive cameras with 2 lenses bundled together. And I always try to include a super cheap camcorder. This is one of the cheapest ones I saw. If you don't need to spend very much, but you want to get into video, this is a 1080 camcorder from Sony that's only $158. The Canon 5D has a couple deals today. You can get $900 off the body if you just want the straight body, nothing else. That's on eBay. But next to it here is a bundle. You can also get $905 off if you buy all this stuff. The battery grip, a printer, an extra battery, a 64 gigabyte SD card, a bunch of the stuff they're just throwing in for free. It's $550 off at first, and then a $350 mail-in rebate. There's also $400 off this popular telephoto lens for Canon. The Canon Rebel T6 with 2 lenses is $350 off right now. The Nikon D5600 with 2 lenses is $450 off right now. This Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter lens, this is the art lens that a lot of people love. It's $100 off right now, making it $699. The Sony Alpha, the A7R III, is $400 off. And here's one thing you want to look for when you're buying things on B&H. This camera is $400 off. If we load it up in B&H, you can see that. But right now I'm just looking at the base model, which is $400 off. But if I click on, which one is it? One of these kits. Check out all the kits. This kit, the Pro kit, is the same price, still $400 off, but now you're getting a tripod, a bag, and a 32 gig SD card. So especially on B&H, make sure you're looking for those rewards if those show up right here. This one doesn't have it, but in this case, you're getting all this free stuff. So just click through the kits, make sure you're getting the best deal. And again, always look at the top of the screen at invisible hand to make sure you're getting the best deal. Here is a Sony E-mount lens. Hopefully this makes Griffin Harrington happy. This is $150 off of this Samyang 35 millimeter lens. There's also $405 off this Sony A6000 bundle. This is, again, 2 lenses, and you're getting all this kit stuff built in. So let's see what else. Here, while I'm going to read some YouTube comments, see if there's anything worth mentioning. But I want you to watch this quick video about me and my sister seeing Santa Claus in 1992. I just wanted to see if I could play something on the live.
Can you read your list? I want you to read real loud, and let's see if you can read.
Rolling Robbie, Game Boy, I want Super Mario Brothers.
Let's add some surprises on that. You like surprises? Well, can you think of anything else to put on there?
What?
You need some games, tapes.
Oh, wait, okay, now I have to click back to myself. Let's see. Okay. There, I cut to a clip. We get some good comments from This Does Not Compute, who says Adorama is matching the $1,500 price on the GH5, but they're also throwing in a free Shure on-camera shotgun mic. So check that out at Adorama. Yeah, you'll notice that with a lot of these retailers, Adorama and Amazon, B&H, they'll probably all match each other on price, and they may not even be allowed to go lower than a certain price for the manufacturer, but they'll compete on what are they giving you for free with it, an SD card or a microphone. So look for things like that. Tom Arthur says that he owns the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter lens, and he bought it new, and he says it's probably a better deal to get a used one on eBay. I actually do think that buying used lenses is a great idea, especially since lenses seem to hold on to their value pretty well. So if you buy a used lens, you can often sell it years later for the same price, and then you've essentially rented a lens for free. Okay. And Christian Vetter has a good tip. One reason he's a little bit wary of using like a 400 gigabyte SD card is that if one SD card goes bad, you don't want to have all your footage on it. I do kind of like working with 32 gig cards. I've started using 64 recently because it is kind of nice to spread it out. So let's see the last few things on this list that we need to talk about. We've talked about audio, gear, we've talked about headphones. Let's go back to bags. So the first bag on here that I'm excited about, I don't need it myself, but you might like it, is this Low Pro Fastpack 250. It's actually the first camera bag I ever had was the version 1 of this bag. This is the version 2. And right now this one's $77 off. It's only $53. Let me double check that. Yeah, it's only $53 right now for a really nice camera bag that can fit a laptop, a couple camera bodies, lots of lenses. I just think it's a good bag. Next to it is this camera tote that I'm honestly tempted to get just because it looks really pretty. Maybe it's not my style, but it's $170 off, and it actually looks like a tote that can fit a lot of stuff, a tablet, maybe a couple camera bodies, a few lenses. It's a big, spacious bag. Here's another bag that's in the $50 price range. This is a Manfrotto, which just looks like a nice bag. It kind of looks like a similar capacity to the Fast Pack, and it's half off. I've also seen a bunch of Pelican case deals on Amazon. So not just this case, but a lot of different sizes. This one's a pretty nice, like, it looks like kind of a carry-on airplane size, and it's 33% off right now. And right next to that, I have tripods. There's a bunch of tripods here. This one's pretty cheap. It's a travel aluminum one from Manfrotto, and it's only $87. There's also kind of a more normal set of legs here that's $128 off. So it's more than half off. There's this 502 fluid head is similar to the head that I use on my Manfrotto, but this is the current model, and it's $71 off right now. And then this Joby Gorilla Pod is just a great deal. This is another product I use, and it's more than half off. It's only $34 to get this little Joby. It's not a huge tripod. Like, in fact, let's see. Oh, I am using mine, actually. It's behind my computer right now. I'm actually using it as a laptop stand. I've bent it into a weird shape so it can just hold a laptop up. But it's a good little product for, you know, you can bend it around a tree branch or something. It's only $34. So let's see. We talked about drones. What else do we still have? We've talked about a bunch of the other cameras on the list. MacBook Pros and iMacs are for sale right now. A couple of the ones on my list are, there's $800 off a 13-inch MacBook Pro. There's $950 off a 15-inch MacBook Pro. $300 off a 27-inch iMac Pro. But I'm noticing on B&H pretty much all Apple things that are not the most recent model are on sale. So whatever you're interested in, check that out. You should also check out Apple.com. The Apple Store is giving 50%, or not 50%, $50 gift cards on all sorts of things. Again, I don't think it's the newest models, but if you're already thinking about buying an iPad or something, check B&H, and then also check Apple to see if they would give you a better deal. There are several drives that I want to talk about, in fact, including the item that I bought in the last few days. So Samsung has a solid-state drive that's a 500 gigabyte solid-state drive. That's $30 off. There's a bunch of SSDs on B&H that are discounted right now. Here's a 1 terabyte external SSD that's $80 off. But here's the deal that I'm really excited about, and I bought 3 of these. It's a 10 terabyte Western Digital Easy Store. It's $120 off. And I'll tell you why I'm excited about this and why I got it. So I actually I've already bought 2 of these 8 terabyte Western Digital Easy Stores, and the reason is the drives inside are really nice. And I mean, if you watch my podcast, Hey Indie Filmmakers, you may know that my co-host Nick talks about buying these very drives and shucking out the hard drives, just taking them out, scrapping the enclosure, really just using it for the drives. That's because the 10 terabyte drives that they're selling in here sometimes go for $300. So I bought 3 of these just so I could get the 3 really nice drives inside. And I'll probably take those 10 terabyte drives and put them in a NAS or a RAID just to make a huge backup system for myself. I mean, I'm getting them like more than half off by buying them in the enclosure. They're also throwing in a free 32 gig USB key, flash drive, which I can't imagine any of you need, but it's there too. So they're actually limiting you to 3 per customer, but I think that's a great deal. And that's the one Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal that I've actually purchased for myself, because as you see, a lot of the stuff on this list I already have and paid full price for. Let's see. I think the last thing on the list that I want to talk about is Vimeo. Let me pull that back up. Vimeo is offering, they're offering a free Mevo camera, this little live streaming camera. It's a $500 camera. If you sign up for Vimeo Premium, which is their most expensive plan, offering lots of live streaming and other features that you may need, you can get the free camera. But also, if you use this link that I have here on griffinhammond.com/November on my kit.com list, you can get any plan that they sell. Whether it's Plus or Pro or Business, you can get them all for 25% off. I actually use Vimeo Pro because I use the on-demand features. I sell Sriracha through Vimeo. So I pay I think it's roughly $200 a year to pay for Vimeo Pro, but you can get 25% off by using this link. So let's see if I missed anything, and let's see what questions you have as well. Yeah, B6 is wondering which is the single best deal today. I still think it's that hard drive, but it kind of depends on what you're looking for. I think the hard drive from Best Buy is really cool. I also really like just the look of that Dracast bicolor flexible LED. I'll pull that back up. This is a deal. I don't need it at all, but I'm almost tempted to buy it just because it seems like such a good deal. It's $130 off. It looks like it has all the stuff that my Westcott FlexLight has. I'm wondering maybe it's not as powerful, but hey, for that price, to get something that has the controller unit built in, comes with an AC adapter, it even comes with a free light stand. Like, you're ready to go. You're ready to light some stuff, and you can decide if it's a great light or not, but that just seems like such a good price. So that'd be one I'd be interested in checking out. Let's see. Jack Morris says the quality of the live stream is awesome, and what camera setup am I using? Again, part of that may be the latency settings that I'm using, that I'm letting it stream 1080, but I'm also using my Panasonic GH5S, which is on sale today. It's on this list, and I'm lighting it. I mean, I think the light and the camera, probably the fact that I have a prime lens on, I have this 12mm prime, and so it's at f1.6 right now, so I'm throwing the background a little bit out of focus. In fact, I think that 12mm prime, yeah, that's on sale today. That is $300 off. This is one of my favorite prime lenses, and it's now under $1,000. It's an expensive lens, but man, I just love the way it looks, including right now. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yossi Berman is asking about any digital goodies, software, plugins. Yeah, I mean, there was a few of those things that I saw, like the sound effects on lens distortions are discounted. I mean, there are a few of those sales going around. I didn't see anything that caught my eye too much besides Artlist, the music service that I already use. Eric Fakardzada says that he already ordered the Fastpack 250, that bag that is like half off right now, or more than that, I think. Yeah, I think he mentions that his bag got worn out. My bag's, I mean, I really wore out the first Fastpack. In fact, I'm kind of on like my second backpack, and it's in need of another one soon. B-Rad is wondering if I prefer the GH5 to the A7 III. I haven't shot with the A7 III, the Sony, and I'm not going to judge you whether you use a Panasonic or a Sony. I'm sure they're all making great products. I use Panasonic. I've used them for a long time. I'm comfortable with them. I like the cameras a lot, so it's hard for me to say. Let's see. All right. A user named Shiznuts mentions the 25mm. That's on my list right now. This is a lens I don't have. I have the 25mm f1.4. This is a 25mm f1.7. It's one of the cheapest primes you can get for Panasonic Lumix, and it's already like, what does it normally sell for? Let's see. Yeah, normally it's $250. Right now it's $100 off. And again, we can double check our best prices here. Everyone's selling it for the same price. Everyone's matching that $148 low price. But yeah, if you need a cheap prime, that's a good one to get. A lot of people really like that one. Johnny Boz mentions that Film Riot, their store, has a Black Friday sale today. In fact, I would just recommend any filmmaking web service that you use, go check out their website today. I mean, any web service you rely on may have a Cyber Monday deal today. Karen Jane Foote says that Isotope plugins are on sale. So that's the list. We didn't talk about everything, but there's more than 67 deals on griffinhammond.com/November. Again, most of these are affiliate links, not everything. I don't get any affiliate commission for Best Buy or eBay. But if you click on any of the Amazon or B&H links, then I actually get a small percentage of your sale. It doesn't affect your price, but again, it's one way you can support me. So I appreciate you taking the time to spend Cyber Monday with me and visiting my list of gear. You can also always go to griffinhammond.com/gear, which is also a list on kit.com. That's all the gear that I use. So you can check out both of these lists. But let me know in the comments after I leave what other stuff you saw that I should add to this list, and I'll continue to add some stuff throughout the day. So hopefully it can be a nice resource for everyone. So thank you all. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'll talk to you later.